What we want to do in this demo is to look at how to configure a Cisco router to take its time from a time master. In this case, the time master is this server here, which can get its information from off of the network at a master clock. So if we look at it, NTP, we're 11th of June of 2018, and it's a little after 1 p.m. 1300. So what I'm going to do is go to this guy, and we'll look at a couple of things in time here and show clock. And you see that we're Monday, March the 1st, 1993. Before we configure the time server on this thing, I'd like to show you how to set the clock set, and then we can do an hour, and we'll do a 090000, and after that the day of the month, and let's say it's the 7th of let's say March, and then we'll go ahead and make it 2018. And so show clock, we're March the 7th. What I want to do is to configure this router to take its time from the time server, which is 192.168.2.3. So we're going to test our routing here as well as the ability to do time. So we'll do NTP, and it's NTP. What we can do is authentication key, server, trusted key. What we're going to do is server, and then it wants to know the IP address of the peer. So that's going to be 192.168.2.3. And when we do that, show clock, we are now Monday, June the 11th at 13:02, which is 13:02 and 35 seconds. So it has taken its time from the time server. So very short video, but that is how we configure network time, configure a router to take its time from a time server, a time master. Real quickly, this is a different, this is actually an emulator. It's called GNS3. What I'm going to do, and I've already assigned IP addresses 192.168.1.1, 192.168.1.2, is I'm going to configure this router up here as the time master, as the NTP master, and then we'll configure this one down here as the NTP client. So if I go in here and I'm going to select console, and the font is going to be smaller. This is one that I don't know how to control yet. But if we go into this thing and do anything, that we'll go into config T, get this out of the way, NTP master. So we've made this guy the NTP master. The problem was, if we show clock, that we are in March the 1st of 2002. So let's go ahead and set the clock. Set. And then the hour, minute. That's going to make it 13:15. 1:15.4 and then I will make it 11 June 2018, and then we'll show clock, and we're 13:14:04, but we're Monday, June the 11th, 2018. While we're here, let's see if we can ping the other guy. Ping 192.168.1.2, and we have 100% success. So this router is now the NTP time master. So we'll go down here to this guy, do our show clock, and we'll see that we're on March 1 of 2002. So we'll go into config T, and then we will do NTP ? And we have the options here, and we'll act as a NTP master, but we're going to do NTP server. So we're going to configure a server here. So, and we talked about peers. We can also configure an Ntp Peer, which would be a peer-to-peer sharing. Ntp server, and then we need the host name or the IP address, and it was 192.168.1.1. And with any luck, we'll clock. Need a few seconds to do that, because we show NTP associations. We have 192.168.1.1, and if we go over here, the little tilde says configured, candidate selected, master synced. We don't have the asterisk yet, so let's see if we can get synced. I'm going to pause this to give it a little bit of time to catch up. Okay, it was a failure of the emulator. If I show clock, as you can see that there already, show clock, we're now Monday, June the 11th, 13/23/43. So what we do is configure the one router as a master. It would then probably synchronize off of our network with a reliable clock, and then we can use it to synchronize everything else. If I do a show NTP associations here, we have the asterisk which says that the master is synced, and then we have the tilde which says that it's configured, and the address of the master. The stratum is 8, wind pole, a lot of other information, but we're getting our time from the time master now. So how to configure a Cisco router as the time master, and then how to use that master to synchronize the rest of the routers or switches that are in our network.